Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Janelle. So it's been so long since I've been back on this channel to talk about my PCOS, and I have shared videos here and there, but I kind of felt like it was a little bit sporadic, so I decided to take them down because I want to be more narrow on my PCOS, just because I feel like I get so many questions and so much like on my TikTok and on my Instagram, like people are like, oh wait, I have PCOS too, what are you using, what are you doing, all this stuff, and I always refer them back to my original PCOS video, but it's been like over a year, and I wanted to just follow up because I have been journeying through PCOS since I found out I had it at the age of 19. I'm now 30, and I've been finding things that work for me. I've been finding things that are great and things that didn't work. So the sun, I'm like right in front of my window, and the sun is like dancing right now. So this light is gonna hit me and then not hit me and then hit me. As you can see, you see it change. It's like dancing, which is great. All right, anyway, side note, I just got an espresso and I'm obsessed with my Nespresso, and every day, first of all, I'm saving so much money. I need to get somewhere better. This light is just too much. Hold on. Okay, this lighting is way better. So we're gonna stick around here. Hopefully the sun doesn't want to dance. Okay, so I just got an espresso. I'm obsessed with it. Save so much money. So shout out to Nespresso. I actually sometimes I just use my milk frother, and I use my greca, because one thing about me, one thing about all Dominicans, if you pull out that greca, I want the greca coffee, okay? Because there's nothing that tastes like it. So I get the Dominican coffee, put that in get the Dominican coffee, put in the greca, and use that frother, and girl, it is so good. So good, so good. So, okay, done with that. So back to PCOS. I wanted to talk about some of the things I'm doing now, because my video is really old, and so some of the things that I put in place now. Right now, I am pescatarian. Only pescatarian. I did go vegan for some time, and that was beautiful for me. I went vegan because I saw this lecture of this doctor stating like, hey, like you have all these hormones and these hormone imbalances, you should really think about taking the hormones out of your diet. So hence why I went vegan. Yeah, and it was great. I did it last summer. I felt so good. The reason I didn't keep doing it is because when you are a true vegan, like you really, everywhere you go, it's like you have to be so particular with what you're eating. And I was going out a lot with my friends, having a good time, brunching, catching up, meeting new people, and it just became to be too much, because like now there are more places where you can go and say, hey, I'm vegan, but then those were the foods that didn't have much protein in it, and was loaded with carby things, which you guys know with PCOS, you have to be careful with that. So I decided to incorporate some fish into my diet, some seafood, and continue with my mainly non-processed foods. So as far as food, that's what I do. Try to stick to the whole foods. And I try not to like be overwhelmed with my, like I try not to be obsessive as far as like I can't have a potato or I can't have bananas, because you know how with PCOS those are not like the good things to have. However, I do try to say, wait, I would rather, you know, consume a better choice. So yeah, I'm big on eggs. One second, my friend Lizzie's calling me. Hey girl. Good.
So Carl, so my phone bill is on Carl's card. Wait, are you recording me?
I'm vlogging right now. Let me turn this off. Hey everyone. Okay, so my girlfriend called me, then she was like, come join me in my office, and that's exactly what I did. If you know, you know what it is when you have girlfriends who you love to just get up and go with whenever. And here she is.
Hi guys.
Okay, so back to my PCOS and what I've been doing. So I told you guys that I went vegan for a little bit, and that was really helpful and I loved it. I'm actually even thinking about going vegan again this summer, just because I did like how I felt eating the whole foods. I do right now, like I said, eat fish. I eat a lot of salmon, just about maybe 4 times, 5 times a week. And I don't eat like red meat, any other kind of meat. I just eat seafood, and I try to fill that in, like fill my proteins in with protein shakes, protein bars, and not really protein bars, I should say, like not a lot. Maybe like I'll have like 2 protein bars a week. I eat a lot of beans and tons of eggs. So eggs is definitely something I know some people are like, but that has hormones in it too. Yes, but I can't live without my eggies. So I've been doing that when it comes to my nutrition. I eat so much kale as well, you guys. Make sure you guys are eating your greens. I know right now I met quite a few younger girls, younger women who they just found out they have PCOS. They're 19, 20, 21. And they're trying to, you know, you always get in that sad phase where you're like, oh my gosh, I have PCOS. But I promise, the sooner you work on yourself and the sooner you start your journey and you don't delay it, the better you feel. Like you're gonna, once you get your nutrition in order, your workouts in order, and just your lifestyle, you're gonna see like your relationship with your doctor, like that is number one. You're gonna see that, wow, I actually feel really good and I haven't been feeling great and I thought it was just, it is what it is. No, like you can actually, when you get those things aligned, you start to feel really good. So another thing I've been doing is, so we talked about my eating habits a little bit. As far as supplements, I take a multivitamin every day. And I also take vitamin D from my doctor. I went to my doctor and he checked my vitamin D levels when I was in my teens, 19, early 20s, even mid 20s. My doctor never, like I had a doctor never asked me about my vitamin D levels. So when I got this new doctor, he asked, you know, he said, hey, a lot of girls with PCOS, mind you, the thinning hair on top. He said, you know, a lot of times it's your vitamin D levels. Let's check that out. When he checked that, they were so low. I think I had a video about it, but I rushed that video, so I took it down. But he saw my vitamin D levels. He was like, girl, we need to get you on this ASAP. So right now I'm taking 50,000 units once a week. So every Wednesday I take this vitamin D tablet. It's like a little gel tablet. And honestly, it made such a change in my hair. When I tell you that the top of my head, you'd be able to see my whole scalp. Like it was so thin. And right now, like don't get me wrong, like you probably could see it like when I was in the sun and stuff, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. And that's why I really don't care anymore. I used to get weaves all the time. My friend can attest to that, all the time, which I don't even know why, because the top of my head where the leave out is, you could see my whole scalp. So I always used to put like the fibers on top of my head so you couldn't see my scalp. But with vitamin D, and I think it's vitamin D mixed with my eating habits, it's total like 180. The length of my hair, like y'all, when I tell you right now, I need to wash my hair, but when I tell you my curls would only like grow up to here and then like break off, like, so yeah, so the vitamin D definitely does, it made such a difference. When I got the prescription from my doctor, he gave me like a 12-week prescription and I take it once a week. And then, you know, as I see him or her, I have 2 doctors that I work closely with, they continue to give me the vitamin D. I know some people stop taking it after a while. I just asked them, I said, hey, I have PCOS. I don't want to stop taking it. So just please, this is just my vitamin, okay? So yes, I take my vitamin D in that. I do also take, this is over-the-counter supplements called Ovasitol. It's to help with your insulin. And I put 1 scoop of it in my water in the morning. It's like a white powdery. It comes in a big container like this. I wish I had it with me, but I don't. But or you can get little packs. And I just put it in my water or my protein shake in the morning, and then I put it in my water in the evening when I'm having dinner. And when I have this, you could do it every day. I do this just about every day. I forget some days, but the majority of the time, I have it every day. And it helps curb your appetite. Like with your insulin and with PCOS, it's so hard because, and I really make this video for like younger ladies who find out they have PCOS, because you kind of feel like you're everywhere and you don't even know where to start. And so I'm hoping that my videos can help you. But with your insulin, it's like the spikes of insulin totally totally have everything to do with the way you're feeling, have everything to do with your insulin levels and all that stuff. So when you're feeling fatigued, when you're feeling like just so tired you can't get up, it has a lot to do with that. So the Ovasitol is going to help manage that. It's going to help your levels be more consistent and not so up and down, up and down, up and down. Again, that's going to help, but you got to make sure that your eating habits are aligned as well. Okay, I always say if you want somewhere to start with your PCOS, start with your eating habits. Everything you put into your body, start with that. Okay, so that is the supplements and the intake and all that good stuff. Now, as far as what I do as far as for some of the symptoms I'm having, so of course, with PCOS, you get hair. I have this in my first video. You have hair that grows on your face, and my hair basically grows like my upper lip and some right here. Like I have 2 spots here. And what I do is I go get laser removal. I go to the spa every 6 weeks. And I just started doing this, y'all. So if you're 19 and you're in college or getting out of college, you're like, girl, I ain't got no money for that, girl. I just started doing that. Before that, shorty, I used to shave. I used to like, it didn't get bad until I hit like my mid-20s. So yeah, I just go get it lasered, and I go every 6 weeks and I do a 5-minute laser. And let me tell you, like, it's amazing. It's great. I forget that I even had that problem because I don't grow anything. Like it grows, but like it's so thin, and I don't know, by the time it grows, it's laser time. So I do that for that. Again, my hair, I am before I like I said, I would get my extensions and things like that. Now that my curls are healthy, I take care of them. I just love on them. I don't do much for that anymore. I don't put any fibers or anything on top of my head. I don't think that was really good for my pores anyway, but it was good for my self-esteem at the time, so I did it. But yeah, I just keep it really simple with my hair. What I put in my hair, I put an oil from Camille Rose. It's a growth oil, and I just put it on the top and around the crown of my head every time I shower. So I'll get out the shower, no matter if I wash my hair or not, which is every single day. I get out the shower and I put my dots and I rub it in, okay? And then I'm trying to think other symptoms of PCOS. As far as like weight gain, I think that's the most, like some people feel like that's the most overwhelming part of PCOS. I got a Peloton, and right now just recently got a trainer. Now again, money-wise, I'm 30, so I can, right now in my life, I can afford to do that. However, when I was in my 20s, early 20s, I just made sure that I had a gym membership and I became active. Like I needed to do something else active. Strength training, I know you hear this a lot, and it's so annoying because you're like, oh, if you're not a gym person, it's really hard like to try to get into it. The same with eating habits. But ladies, this is so important, and it's not just important so you can like look good. It's important because you want to feel good. You literally want to feel good, because if you can wake up and feel ready for your day and ready to conquer whatever goals you have, you can literally get the outcome you want. And so that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for like good quality of life. We want to feel good. If we're working out and eating right, you're gonna feel good, okay? So yeah, strength training. Another thing with strength training, I tried HIIT workouts, I tried CrossFit. I was just exploring so many things because I wanted my body to get to a place that I was comfortable with, and I felt sexy, I felt good, I felt confident. And honestly, I think the journey itself of fitness has gotten me to a place where I feel good and I feel like, damn girl, you looking poppin'. But the actual workouts, like I remember HIIT classes and going to classes, that did not work for me, because I know if you follow a lot of TikTok like PCOS coaches, and this is so true, when you do like workouts that are like super strenuous, they release your stress hormones, and you start getting lightheaded, you get dizzy, you don't enjoy it. It's just, it does not help. Now if you do nice slow and steady workouts, which is like strength training, you have to do slow and steady to make sure the form is right. You're going to get the results that you want. You're going to feel good through the workout, and that's something that I've learned to love. Also, I picked up running for some time, and I loved running, especially when the Peloton app came out. This is not a Peloton ad, but it really helped me. Their coaches, the way they talk you through it, gave me some some grounding techniques. I loved it. I'm a social worker, so I'm all about that. And going on those runs or those walks, it just felt good just to be out and just to be like breathing in fresh air and being able to build up a sweat without stressing yourself out. And even with that, something that's I really think it's big is being out in the sun. This is a side note. Being out in the sun and getting that natural vitamin D, priceless. But back to the workouts. Yeah, so then I have a Peloton, so the bike is also another way to not raise stress levels and release those stress hormones. So biking is also something that really worked for me. Now, when I went to the gym on my own, I did strength training and I ran. That's what I did. I would be on the treadmill or I would do the step climber. But I just think, like, you know, when you have a coach or a trainer, make sure they know you have PCOS. If you have a good trainer, they're gonna, you know, my trainer right now, I'm so happy I have a female trainer and she knows what PCOS is, and so she'll let me know, like, you know, how are you feeling, you know, slow down, things like that, which is also so awesome. I know some trainers are like, keep going, do this, and that just would stress me the hell out. I'd be like, nope, I'm done. So it's so good to just, you know, make sure that as you're journeying through, because you're not going to get it right perfect. I mean, I'm 30 years old and I'm now feeling like, okay, I have a grip on this, you know. There's another side to PCOS when it comes to your reproduction and your periods and your, I should say, your menstrual cycles, whatever. This has been the most interesting thing. I am 30 and you know, obviously people are like, you're getting older, you should have babies, My focus is to be regular on my cycle, because I know if I have regularity with my cycle, then I know when it's that time, it's going to be less of a challenge. It's still going to be a challenge. I'm sure my doctor has let me know, like, hey, it's going to be a challenge, but thankfully, like, you know, if you're eating healthy, I've been eating like this and like really working towards my fitness for some time now. And so just know, if you, again, like, I think when I was younger, 19, thank God I had people around me that were like, girl, this is serious. Like, you really need to take this serious. Do not eat this, do not eat that. My roommates at the time, like, they were just so supportive and loved on me and made sure, like, if they all wanted pizza and I was coming, they would literally be like, well, let's go somewhere they have really good salads, you know, or really good vegetables or really good, you know, other choices. And it was awesome, and it was such a good foundation for me for when I found out about my PCOS. So that is that right now. Now, there are some things I do want to talk about on this channel. I think it's going to be a whole different video, and please comment below if you're interested. I did have a phase where I tried phentermine for some time, which it did help, but because, again, insulin levels and things like that, it didn't last. Like, it is what it is. And then I just recently started trying Saxenda. My doctor just recommended Saxenda, and so I'm currently trying that, and I want to record. This is actually my next video I record after this one. I'm gonna share a little bit about Saxenda. So if you want to be on that, if you want to follow that journey, please feel free to do so. Subscribe, comment. Again, I really want to make my YouTube video, like, I'm gonna have videos with my friends and vlogging and things like that, but I really want to be focused on, like, the PCOS side of it, because I didn't realize how many women and how many young women around me are now finding, like, oh my goodness, I have PCOS, what do I do, all these things. And I remember feeling like that and feeling like, am I Shrek? You know, like, that's how I felt. I felt like, am I Shrek? And I'm just here to let you know, no, ladies, you are not Shrek, okay? You are beautiful, and PCOS is just gonna be part of the journey, okay? So anyway, please subscribe, comment below, and I'm so excited. Find me on Instagram at Janelle Writes. Find me on TikTok at Janelle Writes. On TikTok, I share more about my career and things like that, and my career goals. And yeah, my Instagram is more just me being me and, like, a little bit of everything. So be sure to subscribe, comment below if you have any questions. I'm looking forward to connecting with you all, and thanks so much. And keep your head up, PCOSers. This is just part of the journey.